unlimited power. Good morning, and thank you for joining Sloppy Zen today. Today I'm going to be doing a 30-minute meditation where I'll be following the breath rather than counting, at least from my perspective. That's not the typical beginner Zazen where you just be counting each exhale as you're following the breath. I am just going to be following the breath. So I'll be following the breath as described in Sekida's Zen Training book. So that means I'll be doing 3 to 5 short exhales, it depends, and still just breathing in and out from the abdomen, tensing in lower abdomen called the tendon area. And then on that 4th to 5th, or 6th, I guess, depending on how you look at it, exhale, I'll be doing a deep exhale where I'm going to be slowly letting out air from the abdomen, controlled by the epiglottis, basically flap in your neck, almost like I'll be swimming in some respect, but just letting air slowly out. Then again, 3 to 5 short inhales and exhales to get the oxygen back, and then we do another one of those deep breathing. That's going to be my practice today. Give it a shot. I did try it yesterday on my own. I didn't record it for you guys, but I'm also doing this as a little bit of an experiment to see whether meditation can act as almost like caffeine in some respect, because also I read it in Zen Training that Sekida said that meditation acts as a kind of stimulus for the wakefulness center when we tighten and force, tension in the abdomen, in the tendon area. That sets up a cycle with the wakefulness center in the brain. I think it was specifically in the hypothalamus. So there's signals going on in there indicating to stay awake is the way I'm interpreting it. While doing that, we're also able to relax the second cycle in the mind that's always going on when we're awake. And when this is tensed and going, we're staying awake, that allows this other wakefulness center that's going through our cerebral cortex, allows it to kind of dissipate in some respects. So it's this tension in the abdomen that's allowing you to depress, for lack of a better word, the wakefulness that's going on in your mind, and you're better able to control your thoughts that way. So it's this mind-body connection where you're actively trying to control it just through your breathing, just tension in your belly and the tendon. You're able to let the wakefulness center that's sending signals cycling around your cerebral cortex to calm down, and so you're calming down your thoughts. And also, I read an article in Scientific American that Zen practitioners, especially when they're more advanced than, so this might not be applicable to me, can have elevated gamma brainwaves, which are associated with very wakeful and also kind of interlinking a lot of aspects of the mind, for lack of a better word. They're just kind of going all throughout the brain, from what I understand. And the amplitude and synchronicity, they are very much there in an experienced Zen practitioner. So that might not be applicable to me. I'm by no means a very experienced Zen practitioner. So we'll see. I'm wondering whether this is going to be almost like a kind of stimulus for the mind. And because I'm up kind of early, around 5:30, though getting closer to 6 now. So you can follow whatever practice you're doing, whether it's counting the breath, whether it's a different kind of Zen practice, whether it's not even Zen practice at all. By all means, please follow your practice that you're doing, and let's begin. Hopefully it'll be a good experiment for me and you'll have a good practice and a good sit. So let me get this timer started. As usual, I'm going to have wood blocks go off every 5 minutes in the timer, indicating just keep the mind focused. After 15 minutes, you'll hear chimes go off indicating for me to change my leg position, and we're halfway through. And then after 30 minutes, chimes will go off indicating the end of the meditation, and then I'll have a brief discussion about the thoughts that went through my mind, and that'll be it. So let me get this timer started and we'll begin. Okay, I've started the timer. Let's get started. Well, thank you for joining me in this meditation slash experiment. So now I'd like to have a brief discussion about the thoughts that went through my mind and how I think this went. So I think it went pretty well. Last night, I think I was better able to control my thoughts when I did the deep breathing exercise, but just following the breath. I think that had more to do with this morning. I think I felt myself doing a little bit more chest breathing than I expected. So that may have kept less tension in the abdomen. And when you don't have that there, you're not as easily able to keep focus, and then the mind starts taking a little bit more control and it can go do its thing. Monkey mind, thoughts, etc. To the extent I did have thoughts, however, there were less than when I would be just counting the breaths. So that really, I think, validates the value of when I switched to just following the breath. And also what I did notice is that one of the thoughts that went through my head, they were good insight, is that when I read Zen Training before, and when I thought about, just following the breath, it's been a while since I've read Zen Training. I think when I did read Zen Training, it may have been a bit cursory. So, I may have been reading it just like you'd read a novel in some respects, like, yeah. Following the breaths, yeah, I know about that. As opposed to when I'm doing distillation, I am really going back over it and really thinking about it and then writing it out. So a lot more thought, a lot more understanding of what he's saying goes on there. Just like when you're in school, when you have to write your own outline, especially for law school, we'd write outlines of our notes. You'd understand it a lot more just in that process than if you just read it and didn't do anything with it. And now, especially reading it, writing it, putting it into practice, I don't have a teacher, and kind of get a lot more out of the reading that way. And so now putting it into practice crystallizes that. I guess I'd consider that to be a success. In terms of wakefulness, I do feel a little bit more awake than when I just woke up. Maybe that's just natural. I haven't had anything to drink. I haven't had any water. My mouth is dry. But I haven't had any caffeine. I haven't had any tea. So yeah, I'd say I do feel a bit more wakeful, definitely, than when when I did this, I just got out of bed, came up here, and do the meditation with you guys. So yeah, I think I do feel more wakeful. And doing this, I think I'm just going to continue doing this type of practice for now until I advance further along. So I'm just going to be following the breaths as described in Sekida's book. Hopefully I'll get the videos up, and I'll have to get all the text edited so you can explain it to you guys, or if you've read the book, or if you've had any experience just following the breath, please feel free to comment and discuss, of course. But that's really it. I didn't have any other thoughts going through my mind that I need to do this today or what's going on. The only other thought is I'm getting up early. Also, because my son has band practice, he has to go up 7:30. It is 6:30 now, so I'm a little bit early. That was really kind of the only thought that I had that was not related to the practice of meditation and Zen. So that's really it. I hope you guys had a fantastic sit. Thank you so much for joining me. If you found this of value, please click a like and, of course, subscribe, and take care. Have a fantastic day.